Hello, this is Sybil Harmony, and let's get started with the Epstein file information. Finally, the victims coming out and speaking out. We are in new energy. We are in new beginnings here on planet Earth. So this is good news. Let's talk about a little bit about what I predicted, the stroke that DT had in the White House, the current occupant um, in the White House. I predicted that he had a stroke and that he was alive, and that was accurate. My father had, for 10 years at the end of his life, had a lot of mini strokes, so I kind of know what that looks like. I'm a healer. I've read a lot of medical journals. I've studied, and so psychically, I was just seeing. I saw him on the floor, but I didn't see him dead. And so this isn't a reading about what I want to happen. I'm not saying that I want somebody to die, because that's up to them and their creator. What I am saying is that they are hiding. This is a big cover up. He actually went on camera and said, Biden disappeared for months at a time. I was gone for 3 days and everyone was so upset. It's actually more than 3 days, but they didn't say he's taking some time off. We'll see you next week. They didn't say that. So even the way they handled this was just a disaster. It was a wreck. They put pictures up of him playing golf from 2019. They showed him coming and going in a car. Somebody said that Melania was spotted at a hospital, or their helicopters were taking off at Walter, probably going to Walter Reed. Okay, so what I saw psychically, that's what I can read on. I'm a psychic, a medium, a master healer, a non-denominational counselor, and a minister. And so what I saw psychically, I see clairvoyantly, I hear things, I get downloads, and I've been doing this for years, but I saw him on the ground. I saw that he was furious. Look at his poll numbers, look at the rallies against him, the groups of people getting together, all the signs. People don't like him. And the Epstein files coming out finally. So he's upset about all this. So it's all about big distractions. So we'll talk about that bag in the window, the bag that went flying out, the supposed bag. Okay. And at first I was like, okay, I'll get into that in a minute. Why don't you just handle this? And this is not just some golfing guy or your neighbor. Where was he for 3 days? This is the president of the United States. And he just disappeared. And the press pool wasn't allowed to even, usually they can come in and he takes questions when he's coming and leaving, because he never misses an opportunity to get in front of the camera and insult people and control situations. He never misses that. So, so the whole way this was done was obviously a cover up. I'm saying it looks like a stroke because I felt like his hands were like unmovable. I feel like in my other video, I won't get into all of it, but my video I did earlier this week, I said that he looked like he blew up, got angry, was throwing things, and somehow ended up on the floor in a rage and was restrained. And then I also felt like he was on the floor. And it looks like Walt Nauta found him. I see somebody rushing in. It's Walt Nauta. And so he had some kind of an episode. So it's totally possible to still be talking and somewhat able to walk after you've had that type of an episode. I'm not a nurse or a doctor, but I am looking at the energy. And so I believe that that's what happened. I read, my reading was that he was not dead, and that they would try to cover it up. And that's what they're doing. Okay. So that is just, it's just, at the very least, even if you don't believe I'm a psychic or I'm seeing things, whatever, at the very least, it's a horrible way to run a White House when you just have the president just disappears or you can only get a long distance photo for like 5 days, 5 or 6 days. And then, if he was an elderly, ill man that was helping people and making our country better, and people were counting on him, and he was, giving us good health care and lowering prices and helping people with their finances and keeping people safe. If he was doing that, we wouldn't care that we would want to hold him up. We would want to walk with him, put our arm around him, pray for him, root for him. Like, come on, we need you. We need you. This is not who he is. This is not what he does. He's hiding his health issue. I mean, take it from, if you listen to, I've listened to nurses or doctors reporting on, or healthcare workers reporting on what, the symptoms he has with his swollen ankles, the slurred speech, the inability to walk in a straight line, the bruised hands. I mean, it just, at his age, and you just, so everything, it isn't really about what we do, it's about how we do it, and our perception, our intention. What is his intention? His intention is not to help the people of America. Maybe his millionaire buddies, if he gets to control them. Some of them think that he is going to help them, but you're going to find out that he's not really there for anybody but himself. But so this was a colossal disaster. And the fact that it's not being reported as such, it's like you could turn on the news last weekend and just be like, they're just talking about regular stuff. Well, and he's doing this and doing that, and posted that. Obviously, some of the Truth Social posts were not even his. They were correct grammar, and I can tell that was not him. Somebody trying to pretend he's him. So obviously something happened where he was unable to get in front of a camera, whether you believe what I read or not. I mean, could I be wrong? Sure, anybody could be wrong. No psychic is 100% all the time. Nobody, no lawyer, only God or goddess is 100% right. But you have to know that this is just like, it's like a clown show to just disappear, have everybody wondering, and then act like, oh yeah, he's at a golf course. No, those are pictures from a long time ago. So I mean, it's really bad. Even if you don't believe that he had a stroke or that I'm seeing that, it's really bad. And the other thing was the bag out the window. I wasn't even going to read on that. My first thought was like, I'm not reading on that. Garbage being thrown, or papers, or whatever you think it is that got thrown out a window in the White House. I'm like, it's just, all this is a distraction. I mean, even if he created this whole thing to let me just disappear for a while, and that'll get him to stop talking about, it's not a good plan to distract people by disappearing. But the throwing the bag out the window would be a good way to distract people. If all of a sudden, somebody takes a video of a bag flying out, like a big garbage bag flying out the window of the White House, that could be news. Like, what is that? And there's some crazy stuff going on there. When you have people that are this dishonest and doing such evil things, supporting wars and, getting rid of, tearing up families. There was just a little orb in here. When you have some, with this dark intention, there's lower energies, lower entities around them. They don't have like benevolent guides. Everybody has got guides and angels. So the whole house it needs to be fumigated. It's spiritually cleansed or whatever, whoever goes in there next. I mean, it's probably bugged. There's probably bugs all over the place. Anyway, yeah, so I wasn't going to read on the bag going out the window because I'm like, why, how is that important? if something is important, my guides will show me like why that is important and why you need to read on that. So actually don't even want to read on it. I think it's just something to, whether it was papers or garbage or whatever. Why is it just gives people things to get like, oh, look at that, because they're really good. You got to know, and you do know if you've been paying attention, that that's what they do. They create distractions of nonsense when they're really doing really dastardly, horrible things to people. So I kind of don't even want to read on that. When he was asked, he said, well, it's AI. Okay. How does he know that? Huh, that's interesting. He's such like when you ask him something, he doesn't even hesitate when he lies. It just comes out of his mouth. He's like, I'm really, yeah. So whatever you think it was, I think unless my guides show me that was something, it just shows that it's a crazy house. There's, I mean, which is kind of scary. I mean, look at who's in charge. And when he said it was AI, and Biden disappeared for months at a time, everyone was, ha, 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 ha. They're nervous. That's why they're laughing, because they're nervous. So in other words, he admitted, yeah, I disappeared for 5 or 6 days. He said it was 3, but it was, so what? Biden needs to do it. So he just admitted, but then that's not the message they put out. Oh, he's golfing. He's on to, he's handling things. Okay. So what is it? You can't even get your mess. It's just like chaos and more things to get us talking about and looking about, oh, this and that. Huh. Like if you're so confident in this guy, why don't you put out an actual medical report on him? Speaking of medical, let's look at what's his name, Kennedy. Is he going to step down? I mean, to me, it's a shame that, I mean, we really need to get healthy in this country. We really need to start eating better food and get the chemicals out of our food and our air and our water. And to me, that's a really good positive thing. But I feel like having somebody like that come in that just doesn't know how to work with people and work with the system, just wants to, go along with whatever dear leader is saying and then do all this weird stuff. It doesn't make, it kind of ruins that argument about, I mean, Michelle Obama was saying, let's get people on vegetables and have a garden. And the right was just like, she's trying to take away your hamburger. She's horrible. I don't think everybody should be a vegetarian. I wish I could. I try to be kind of vegetarian. I tried being a vegan. I couldn't. I got really sick. And I'm okay with people being a vegetarian or vegan. I don't really want to get into that. But let's just ask about him. I love animals, but animals eat other animals. So it's kind of a weird thing what we do here on Earth. But okay, so, genetics, millions of years of genetics or thousands of years of genetics. Okay, so let's look at, will Kennedy be stepping down or removed? Because the Republicans put him in there and now they're going, oh, this is a carnival show over there. Well, you put him in there. You got him in there. Now they're like, well, yeah, let's see. Is Kennedy going to stay in office? Stay in his position? Because, DT turns on everybody. He kind of likes him because he's weird and creepy. I think he has some history of sexual abuse or something that went wrong. Kennedy does. And so that goes right along with DT. That's his kind of people. Sex abusers. Yeah. Okay. So let's ask, will he stay in his office, say, this year? Will Kennedy stay in his his position for this year? I'm pulling cards, and I'll show you the cards. No. Yeah, I actually feel like he really thinks that he's going to do something good, but he's a little nutso. So this is either abundance or this is influence from foreign countries starting with an R. But temperance is going to come in and go, nah, you don't. I don't feel like he's the real deal. He's like an imposter. So the end has already come. They're in a fight. Judgment will come. The light will be shown on, because people are really upset about what he's doing with the vaccines. And yeah, I see him. He's out of there. So, even the Republicans don't like him. Let's look at the Epstein files, though. I mean, this is a new beginning. Finally, after all these decades, finally they're being heard. By both sides. We need to come together as people of the earth, as Americans, and demand that, the wars stop. There's no reason for starvation or war or destroying the environment. We can have a green economy. And there's no reason why a few wealthy men should be abusing young people, young women, even maybe young boys. I haven't looked at that yet, but I've heard that. So I'll probably, now that I've probably, yeah, there's some boys too. Like, whatever you wanted, these people would get it for you. And then they would blackmail you. And so that's how they would get wars funded and control everything, by blackmailing everybody. This is international. So we're not going to see probably the international. We're just going to see, I'm thinking we don't see a lot of that. We're never going to know all of it in this, probably right now, but enough of it is coming out, and the victims are coming out. And for him to say that, DT to say that it's a Democratic hoax, that's not going to fly. That's why he's having fits in the White House and just sending troops everywhere and trying to control everything, because he knows he's losing it. That's why, because of this. And putting Maxwell in a summer camp that trains puppies in New York College. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. This is so corrupt. Okay. But let's look at, what were we going to look at? Epstein. What's coming out? Like, I already looked at this. I looked at, there's information coming out. Is Trump going to be held accountable? Is he going to be found to be either contributing? I mean, we already know he was at parties with young girls, and just a bunch of young girls, and just him and Epstein, and they were best friends. I mean, you'd have to kind of be like, kind of really not paying attention or delusional not to figure out, like, yeah, he's totally in this. And now it's a cover up. Let's ask that. Let's ask, how long will they be able to continue this cover up? Because it looks like it's coming out. Looks like it's coming out. Oh, the Republicans are so, there's like nowhere to hide. Karma's coming. Karma's coming to town. Let's look at, okay, let's look at, will he be able to, or when is this coming out? When is this coming out about? I mean, because we already know, but I guess they have to say it officially on TV, or someone has to make an announcement or have a charge against him. When will the Epstein evidence come out about DT? When will the Epstein evidence come out about DT? Well, they're going to fight. You can't do anything. Yeah, the people have been trapped. He's going to fight. We're in a big fight. They're working on it. Oh, it's going to come out. It is going to come out. It is going to show that he's involved. Wow. Okay, so we have treachery, deception, the abuse of women. The women are going to come out. The money that was paid, the lives that were taken. A lot of people have died around this. Ivana, all of a sudden fell down the stairs 2 weeks before her non-disclosure agreement. She knew about this. She knew Maxwell. She knew what was going on. All of a sudden she's gone. Virginia Giuffre is gone. Epstein is apparently, some people think he's not, but apparently he's gone. I think his lawyer is gone. People just disappear and get gone from this. So, and people were trapped. They weren't able to come forward. The victims, the betrayal. So we are in a fight. Let me ask, is this the victims? Is this the Democrats and the Republicans? The Democrats are trying to bring this out. We are going to win, but at first it's not going to be enough. But then more information will come in. The America will see what happened. People are working on getting this information out, and it will come out. He is involved. Ooh. All right. Yay. Okay. Yeah, we are going to a better place in this country, in this world. It's just that we're in the depths of seeing all the corruption and yeah. All right, let's look at will there be a government shutdown? I was talking to my granddaughter the other day, and she was saying in our county, I don't know if it's state of California, the whole state. So let me know in the comments if your county or your state has free school lunch for kids. She said, yeah, we all get free breakfast and free lunch. I'm like, what? Then why are you asking me for pancakes every morning? Because she likes my pancakes. I'm like, that's okay. Okay. I don't mind making pancakes. And I make the health, I put like eggs in there and stuff, and I do sugar-free. So they're getting chocked full of vitamins, and she thinks it's a treat. But I've been making pancakes for them for years. So it's a kind of healthy pancakes. It's a kind of tradition. But yeah, I didn't know that. I'm like, go Democrats, Yeah, okay. So let's look at will the Democrats hold the line and shut us down because we are not funding military in the streets, ICE, destroying families and kidnapping people off the streets. We're not taking away people's Medicare. We're not funding this. We need something. This is going to be a big fight. Okay. I don't know when it is, but I know it's coming up soon. And by the way, if you enjoy my videos, please subscribe. I'm 200 subscribers away from 18,000. Yay. And so it really supports me in the work I'm doing. And I also got a new microphone. I got this microphone. My grandson hooked it up. I finally heard you all. I hope you can hear me this time. And got the camera hooked up better. I'm on a different platform, so hopefully I'm looking more professional. And and you can hear me. That's good. Okay, let's do. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And check out my class. You want a really cool healing class? Check out my class. I did one in August, but you don't need to do them all. You could just I'm doing a healing your chakras with a pendulum. I send you videos about dream interpretation, and we may do some pet healing because pet healing is actually super easy. And I did it in one of my pet videos. If you want to watch that on this channel, I think it was like a week or two ago, healing your pets or what your pets know about you. Okay. So check that out. I also have another channel that's called Harmony. What's it called? Harmony Healing. Oh, what's my channel called? Oh, I know what it's called. It's called at Sybil Harmony Healing. This is at Sybil Harmony. That's at Sybil Harmony Healing. So it's just a brand new channel, and I'm doing, if you like spiritual videos, I don't do politics on there, but I do spiritual. Okay? So check that out. Okay, so let's look at the government shutdown. Will there be a shutdown? And the door might open because the kid just walked in. I just saw him. I'm so proud of him. He's going to school in a couple weeks. Yay. Okay, so we've come a long way. You might have heard. Okay, well, we'll talk about that later. All right. And you guys are like my friends. I meet so many people in my private sessions that say, I feel like I'm your girlfriend, your friend. You are my friend. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate you and all your wonderful comments. You're amazing. And it seems like I attract really spiritual people. I really like that. So I'm okay with just not that many people, but I like working with people who are on the spiritual path. Okay. Yeah, but check out my classes. Also my memberships is every second and fourth Saturday, 12 o'clock Pacific time. That'll be 2 o'clock Central, I think it's 3 o'clock Eastern time in the United States. And if you can't make it at that time, it is pre-recorded, but you can come on there and you can ask questions, and it's really inexpensive. My classes are a little more expensive because you get videos, you get a whole day with me, and but the membership is only like $15. And you can ask me questions. We do guided healing, so it's really kind of cool. It's cool if you're doing both of them too, because then you can have more contact with me and come on and ask me questions. Okay, so let's look at, will there be a government shutdown? I can almost tell you already. Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. Oh my God. What a time to be alive on planet Earth. Someday this will be a beautiful, peaceful place. Right now, it's a changing place. But you can make your own peace and your joy. Refuse to let yourself be controlled by anger or fear or sadness, because it doesn't help you. Okay, so here come the Democrats. Oh, yeah. We want something better for the people and the children. It's all about money and success. They want to win. In the past, they would have said, yeah, of course we'll fund the government, of course. Now they're doing a balancing act. We need something. Oh, now some of them may be thinking, should we do this? Oh, this is Hakeem Jeffries. Should we do this? Should we? I don't know. Should we fund ICE and destroy the country? Yeah, that's a decision. They may be. Let's see if they're going to hold the line. Truth. Ooh. What if it shuts down? The fight. Yeah. Yeah. They want abundance for people. People are tired. We'll look and see how long this is going to go. But it looks like there might be a few people, because have you noticed it's changing? You know, everything's changing. Epstein information's coming out. People are in the streets. Town halls for the Republicans are not going good. People are connecting. We, the people, there are more of us than them. We, the people, are going to save our world and our country. It's us. We're the ones. And the government works for us in this country, in America. We pay taxes. Those taxes should be going. It's not free handouts. We paid for that with our tax money. And we should be able to say if we're going to give our tax money to billionaires, or if they're going to chip in and pay their fair share and take care of everybody like we're supposed to, like people fought and died for. So it is we, the people, who are going to save our country. All right. Thanks again for watching. I'm sending you so much love. We will see. I'm going to be teaching a class this Saturday, so I don't know if I'll be on. I might jump on Friday or something. We'll see, because there's so much going on in the news. We'll see. I might jump on Thursday or do a pre-recorded, but things happen so fast, you can't really pre-record a video because the next 5 minutes, everything changes. So we'll see. All right. Take care. Love you. Bye.